Hi, I'm Naomi from Smoky Valley Media Tech. This is my how-to video to create a short animation / drawing using Illustrator and Flash CS6. The girl, as seen on Illustrator CS6, is drawn 16 times, which really does seem tedious. But that's only a fraction of the actual amount that you would need for like a full film. Like those things take 3 years. But, and it's only a fraction of the actual amount I've drawn of her. I've drawn things to decide on whether she had a round face, a narrow face, big eyes, small eyes, etc. But the details of her weren't as important as making her move or making her become something. To get several basic sketches into an animation as resembling classic animation, there are a few basic steps. 1. You must scan all of your artwork. 2. Have them all in separate layers on the same artboard on Illustrator CS6. 3. Go on a layer multiply effect, which strips the white background to better adjust your drawings to ensure a uniform appearance all around. I've already done that, so you can kind of see what that should look like. You would want to have something a bit more uniform than mine, but I was just using this as an example of what it would look like. After that's done on Illustrator, it's necessary to export the Flash by clicking Import to Stage. There are some crucial buttons. Click Keyframe, for example. It's pretty simple after that. Test a scene, and it becomes this endless loop of your drawings, which, if done okay, looks pretty nice. Now, for the sake of fleshing this girl out, I worked her on Illustrator CS6 again, and it's necessary to get brushes for CS6. To ensure the most reliable brushes, utilizing a few basic Boolean search tools, it narrows down a 6 million search result into a few thousand. After you've downloaded a few brushes of your liking, you need to get accustomed to how they work, in what direction do they conform, and how do they layer. Pay attention that these brushes become vectors. They're heavy files, so if you're just learning, as I was, rasterize your images so they can move better in Flash, and also it really lessens your file size, which is very important, especially if you have a slower computer. Anyway, you can see her fleshed out. There are a few helpful websites that can assist you in the basic Illustrator functions, like tetsplus.vector.com or lynda.com, or a lot of videos on YouTube. I already had a bit of experience on Illustrator, and this isn't about how to use Illustrator so much as how to use Illustrator in a way that functions for Flash. So, as you can see, I didn't really quite mimic my original animation. What I had done, as I realized as I was working on this project, that to mimic her that many times and have her fleshed out, it took me 3 hours to have her fleshed out with that first frame. So I decided the best thing was to learn a different way of animation, which was to slide things. And after you get her fleshed out, you can export her back into Flash, similarly but a little bit differently. I'll give you an example with the way that Bobby Lightfoot, who helped me, I didn't look at so many tutorials as I had suggested, but his few hours of assistance meant more to me than like hours and hours of illustration tutorials on Lynda or something, because I get distracted easily. To give you an example of what he did teach me, I wanted to I'll show you how this teapot can move. You want to set up an entire keyframe with all the layers, move the teapot, and then click Classic Tween, and that ensures a fluid movement. And do it again so it moves back to the original place, so that when you're happy with your project, you can watch her and see if you like it, and then you can export her into a GIF, into a movie file, and from there you can make her on Tumblr or on your portfolio, or really anything.
When you dance, you have to be with me, stay with me, sway with me.